Okay, this is the rebuild of my 135. Cleaned everything out, filters everything, sump. I detailed, cleaned everything, redid everything. Um, my earlier video probably showed no rock in here. I had the 4-inch deep sand bed. Got all of the sand out, majority of what I could. Still a little debris left. Um, I'm probably going to be moving for the new year, so I'm probably going to only do like just a shallow sand bed, if even that. I might not even do that at all. But I had a problem with my deep sand bed. It was a learning experience. Um, I smelled, so I see my corals kind of not opening up, so I was keeping an eye out on it. That was Sunday. I think it was the 3rd. Uh, And it just was kind of, I was sitting there watching my tank, and I just watched everything just, I don't know what it was, but when I lift up the lid, I did smell a little something. I don't know what it was, but, I said, okay, let me see if any dead snails. Went through the top layer of the sand, couldn't find anything. At that same time when I was doing that, that's when I did smell that rotten egg smell. So that made me just take all my corals out, try to save them. I couldn't save them. I put them in my other 60-gallon tank, and what it did, it started ammonia spiking there. So I took that out. I took them out. I wasn't able to salvage anything. It just cleaned me out. I kind of just got my rocks in there any kind of way right now. But yeah, as I was moving that top layer, I smelled the rotten egg, pretty much. So I went through the whole sand bed, took the rocks out, went through the whole sand bed because I wanted to know what exactly it was, and I didn't find any dead snails. So only thing I could come up with is that, I know I've changed my aquascape a few times during the process of my deep sand bed, 4-inch, and I'm thinking maybe that might have done it, might have trapped some detritus. I know a lot of you, you see in the front of your glass, you'll see a lot of detritus and stuff like that. So I tried just moving that around in the front. Uh, I'm thinking maybe that might have had something to do with it, but it seemed like my liveliness of the sand and everything, the critters and all of that was handling that pretty good. But I'm thinking that's the only solution I could come up with, that there was some dead spots, and eventually from me changing the aquascape different times, moving it around, may have did that. That was 10 months, 11 months into my tank. But I took all the sand out. You're talking about maybe 230 pounds of live sand. So, I don't know. I just was immediately in a rush to get back started again. So, I took all the sand out, cleaned my tank out, put my rock back in, and I already could notice with this rock over here is a little white. The die-off is already processing. So I'm going to check my perimeters, which is Monday here, the 4th. This actually happened to me over the Memorial weekend. When I came back Sunday, everything was fine. Just later on that day, I noticed the corals not looking healthy, and kind of kept an eye on it. And Monday when I came home, water was a little cloudy, and I just said something's going on. So instead of me sitting there and I had like 5 fish in there, 5 tangs. Instead of me sitting here waiting to see what's going to happen, I took the fish out. I took the corals out. I ended up losing all the corals. Still got my fish. Other than that, like I said, I just redid everything, and I'm just going to start all over. I'm going to be probably moving for the new year, hopefully maybe sooner, I don't know. Moving out of this house, going to rent this one out, and give me another one. But this is pretty much it. This is where I'm at. I started yesterday, 3:30 on the 3rd. Well, actually early in the morning. I started about 6 in the morning, actually. Getting everything squared away. All day thing, when I started on this, really getting the sand out, about 3:30 to about 6:30, about 7 o'clock. It took me to get all of that sand out. clean everything out. This is where I'm at, but this is the rebuild of my 135. I'll keep you guys posted. Hoping with the rock, you know, I think this cycle is going to be a lot quicker since it's already cured rock. Got some rock down here. You know, I'm a lot more prepared this time from when I first started. I didn't have a lot of things. I didn't start with a sump. I didn't start with a skimmer. But now that I have all of that, you know, this time around should be better. I'm going to be adding my sand in here probably this weekend when I get some time off. Just going to do a top layer there, shallow sand bed, because I don't want to be removing no sand when I move and waste money again. So just going to be a fish only tank. I don't know. I might do some corals. I don't know. See how the freshwater do it. But this is where I'm at with it. Keep you guys posted.